Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a different sort of video, and I was sort of inspired by the whole Jordan Woods and Kylie Jenner and Khloe Kardashian drama that's been going on lately. So I thought, why not build the Kardashian family home? And I mean, I don't know about any of you guys, but I must have grown up my whole childhood. Well, I say my whole childhood, from the age of about 11, watching the Kardashians constantly, and I just fell in love with their program. I just think they're entertaining. I really do. I think they're inspiring young women as well. I just really like them. Now, this build did take me a long time. I had to constantly look back at pictures of their house from Google, try and reference it, and try and make it look as good as possible. I did fail a few times. This was probably like my 5th attempt at actually doing it, and I think it turned out alright. You'll see in the end, but I'm pretty happy with it. I am going to put this on the gallery for any of you that would like to download it, maybe even make the Kardashians sim, create a sim. I could probably try doing that. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to try making the Kardashian family in The Sims. Now, using the foundation tool, I find it so hard. I'm just not used to it yet. I feel like I can be good at it once I've had practice in it, but because I don't really use it a lot in my game, I found it so hard and so tricky just to get it all perfect. And I am such a perfectionist, so for me, it's so important for things to look good. And I was getting so stressed out at this point, I just couldn't get it right. I think eventually it looks okay, well, as good as I could make it look, but I was getting so stressed and like just trying to play The Sims, just trying to make this house. I'm really happy with how it turned out though. I feel like hard work always pays off. Hopefully you guys like it. I mean, if you don't, then don't watch this video. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying, I've always watched the Kardashians. I follow them all on social media. I just think they're so interesting and their lives are just amazing. Like, imagine living their life. It's just crazy. I do think with the whole Tristan and Jordan and Khloe drama, Tristan is 100% in the wrong. I know that Jordan probably shouldn't have been at his house and everything, but at the end of the day, he was with Khloe. Some people say they weren't together at that time, but I still feel like he went after Jordan knowing full well that she was so close to her, and it's just really bad. And I don't like to see the girls always getting blamed for things like this. I mean, sometimes it might be the girl, but I really don't think Jordan would have intentionally tried to hurt Khloe in that way. But I feel like they shouldn't have aired their dirty laundry all everywhere. They should have just kept it privately. It should have been dealt with privately. Obviously, them being the Kardashians, that's hard to do. But yeah, it's just not good. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in their situation if something like that happened to me. I'd probably say that my favourite Kardashian is Kendall. Well, she's not really a Kardashian, she's a Jenner. She's a Jenner. But I just feel like she's really just calm and doesn't really cause any drama. I mean, Kylie's quite funny as well, but she can sometimes be in the centre of a bit of drama, like the whole Black China and Tiger thing, whereas Kendall's like just living her own life, building her own career, being Kendall, and she doesn't really get sucked into all of this. And she's the only one that hasn't had a baby. She's got loads of nieces and nephews, but she hasn't had a baby yet. She's the only one. Now, this part where I'm trying to figure out the levels and everything, this must have taken me, I think I've cut out bits of it because it just took that long. I just wanted it to look perfect and it just wasn't going right. Eventually I got there, but it did take a long time. the terrain tool just is not for me. And the thing is with the Kardashians' house, if you look at the photos of it, you can't not use the terrain tool. You sort of have to. So I was sort of not, sort of forced into using it. And the amount of plants that they have at the front of their house, I was just trying to like figure out how to make it look the best in the quickest time, because it was taking me so long to make. I mean, outside it looks pretty accurate to their house, but inside bits of it looked like their house, but I didn't have the time, to be fair, I just didn't have the time to look into how their house looks online in every room. So I just sort of took elements like the kitchen, the hallway, and like Kris's sort of dressing room area, and then Kris's office, and tried to make it look as Kardashian as possible. But the layout 100% is not how they have their house. It's sort of just inspired by them. It's my take on it. So no hate in the comments, please, guys. I just tried my best. Just see how it turns out. Just trying to figure out what I was doing there. Sorting out the levels in this. And because of the terrain tool, I didn't realise that the walls didn't meet at different levels. It was just so hard to figure out. It was very stressful. This part, I didn't know what I was doing there. But yeah, I've been starting to feel a bit sick recently. I don't know why. I'm really ill. So sorry if I sound weird. But yeah, I was trying to figure out the placement of the dining room, because I know their dining room's like right directly as you walk into the house. So it's like the first thing you see, apart from obviously the beautiful staircase, but you go like through the archways under the staircase and you go into their dining room. So at this point I think I was just trying to work out what was the best way to place it all. So they also have pillars in their house. They've just basically got everything that rich people have. I do sort of want to make the Kardashians in The Sims, but the thing with me is I'm good at making Sims from scratch, but I got quite a lot of hate on my Instagram for my Scooby-Doo one because of how I made them look, and I just feel like I'm not very good at making people or characters. I'm better off making my own Sims. I mean, I can try my best, but I don't use custom content, whereas when I see other people use custom content, their Sims and their builds do look better than mine. I mean, I'm probably being a bit too hard on myself there, but yeah, it's tricky. It isn't easy. I did watch a video of Legit Kawaii, and she'd done the Jordan Woods video of Jordan killing all of the Kardashians in The Sims, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. But she made the Kardashians really well. Like, they all looked like their own characters. Like, it was just really, really well made. She's definitely put a lot of effort into it. But I'm just really not good with creator sim, especially obviously with no custom content. I do sort of want to experiment with custom content more, but I just need to make sure that my setup on my computer can actually take that at this moment. I did watch Deligris's video where she went custom content shopping, so I might look at the links in her video and see if I can download anything. I really want to get some lashes for my Sims, because I hate the in-game lashes, and I know that there is a mod you can get to remove the in-game lashes, so I might look into that as well, because I really don't like them. Okay, now I'm just putting like bushes around the edge to like, oh whoops, I dropped something. To like yeah, like, what do you call it, barricade them in. I don't want to sound like it's a prison, but yeah, we're just now doing the entrance way. They always have, I don't know what it is with rich people, but they always have giant plant pots. I've noticed that. Constantly have giant plant pots. And in the Kardashians, they also have like a swimming pool that leads up to this like sort of an outhouse thing with they have a seating area inside. They film in there sometimes, I'm pretty sure they do. I think a lot of them in their own houses have them too. Just like a little outhouse with a seating area by the pool. And it is like a waterfall they have, but obviously on The Sims we can't have waterfalls. And we don't have lounge beds, so I use these little, like, I don't know what you call them, ottoman things? I don't know what they're called, but I use them as lounge beds because for some reason in The Sims 4 we don't have sun loungers. We don't have a lot of things in The Sims 4, like cars. As you can see at the front of the house, I sized up the cars, the toy cars, or the figurine cars, to make it look like there's cars, but sadly The Sims have not given us cars, which is really sad. Okay, now roofing is something I'm so bad at. I think I managed it quite well, but I really am not good at it. Terrain and roofing are the two things in The Sims that I hate. I just can't get my head around it. I can't do it. I'm not skilled at it. It's not the best. I struggle a lot. I just feel like I see like people's videos and their builds on the gallery and I think, how on earth have you built that? Like their roofing is so good. I have to sometimes watch people's videos and get ideas of how to do different roofing to make it look like a child hasn't done it. Because I do like my builds to look very clean cut, and some people are so good at it. I know that the Sim supplier, he is really, really good at roofing and making it look really modern and sleek and neat, whereas I fail miserably every time. And we don't have garage doors obviously because the Sims don't give us cars, so they're not going to give us garages either. But then again, as I said, this isn't a complete replica of their house. The outside is, but the back garden and the inside of the house are just taking elements of the way they design their house and putting it in so it looks like a miniature version of their house, because there aren't lots big enough to put in their whole house. I mean, they must have the biggest lots possible. Their houses are huge. Like if you see Kim and Kanye's new house, like it is massive. They don't have enough space in The Sims 4 for you to build that. I feel like the game would crash if you tried to build something like that. They always have like outdoor areas where they have like their family parties and stuff, so I'm just adding that in now, making it very black and white, classy, Kardashian-esque. They always love a black and white theme. Just add in some more like plants and shrubbery around, because again, rich people seem to always have that. And I didn't really know how to place it in. Obviously we needed quite a few bathrooms because I think we ended up with three bathrooms in the house in total, because obviously there'll be a lot of people there. I think there's only 4 bedrooms. Obviously there would be more in their real house, but I was just trying to fit in as much as I could without it being too cramped and without it looking nothing like their house. So yeah, I'm just putting a little like Jack and Jill bathroom in between these 2 bedrooms here. I was sort of thinking they could maybe be like Kendall and Kylie's bedrooms, and like maybe Kim and that had moved out at this point and it was just them living there. So yeah, I've done the hallway to make it look like their entrance. They're like known for that black and white flooring. I've never used that in my game before, but every time I see it I always think of the Kardashians, because that is just a dominant part of their house, that flooring, that they're so well known for it. I'm just dotting a few lights about, making sure that you can actually see everything. That's one thing that sometimes I'll make builds and then I'll be like, oh, why is it so dark? I forgot all the lighting. It's just the last thing I think of. But I thought for the build video, you're going to want to see what I'm doing, so it's best to put the lights in first. And yeah, again, black and white theme, shock. It's all they ever have. Put the same flooring in the kitchen too. So yeah, they have that portrait wall in their hallway, but they don't really have any like photographs in the Sims. What do you call it? Catalogue? Is it catalogue? Build and buy, you know what I mean. They don't have any photographs. So I just sort of used the pictures from the vampire, I think it's the vampire pack. Just use the pictures from that just to sort of show photos of people, but even though it's got nothing to do with their family, you get the gist of what I mean. Now I'm doing Kris's office, and as you know from the show, her office is really black and glamorous, so I wanted to portray that in this build. I mean, I'd love to have my own office when I'm older, like when I have my own place. It would be great. I feel like her office turned out really well. I mean, it's not accurate to what she has in real life, but I put like these posters on the wall because obviously she's proud of her I was going to say siblings then, but they're not her siblings, they're her kids. She's proud of her kids and their magazine covers and everything, so that was my portrayal of their magazine covers on the wall, but obviously we don't have that, so I have to make do with what we've got. Now this is like I know they have a bedroom downstairs in their house, but I wasn't quite sure where it was located, so I just sort of put it here. It can just be a spare bedroom really, you can turn it into anything you want. I'll just put it there because one, we had too much space, and two, I'm 100% sure when I've watched their TV show, they have a bedroom downstairs somewhere. So I thought maybe it could be like Rob's room or something like that. But now I'm doing the kitchen, or I'm redoing the kitchen because I put different counters in. I cut it out at the beginning, but I put different counters in and I just wasn't happy with them. So I swapped them for more expensive ones and nicer ones with marble worktops, and it ended up looking a lot better than before. And then after that I just added in some stools because I forgot to put stools in, and I'm pretty sure they have stools in their kitchen in the Kardashian family. And then I made a giant table in the dining room because there's so many of them. Trying to find good paintings is so hard. I feel like in the next pack or something we need good paintings. I know you can get your Sims to paint good paintings, but just like basic nice paintings that aren't like of weird things, like you got like ones of people playing instruments and stuff. Like I want proper paintings, like artsy things that are really quirky and modern, but they seem to be lacking in that. And then with the sofas, I made an L-shaped couch. And then I feel like it's like a known thing that in any, like, I'll say posh people's house, but rich people's houses, they always have the side tables with the two lamps on it. Oh, and I'm adding in the bar here in the family room because we all know that Kris Jenner has her bar. So yeah, I've just added in the side tables there with the two lamps because, you know, rich people always do that for some reason. And then this area, I mean on the outside of the build it has like an outsidey bit, but I didn't know what they actually had in there, so I just sort of put a little seating area and then a little easel at the front with I sort of like sectioned it off with those panel things you get from City Living. And yeah, I know that in their garage they usually use their garages for their workouts, so I put some workout equipment in there, and I put some storage cupboards in because they always have those storage cupboards at the back of it, and I put another car in there just because we had loads of space left over and I wasn't sure what to do. Now this is Kris's sort of vanity area. I didn't put an ensuite in her bedroom because she is right next to the master bathroom anyway, so I just sort of made a little vanity area where her makeup artist would obviously come and do her makeup and she'd get ready. So this is how it turned out. I thought it looked quite nice. And now we're just doing the master bedroom. So this would be Kris's bedroom, and obviously not Bruce's bedroom anymore. It would be her and Corey's room. So yeah, we're just trying to figure out the best wardrobe to have. It took me a while, but yeah. Little seating area. I mean, I feel like we don't really see into their into their bedroom that much, so yeah. And now we're just doing the bathroom, the master bathroom, just jiggling that about a bit. thought I'd make it a little bit different because again we don't really see their master bathroom either, so I just sort of made it glamorous as much as I could. And now onto the spare bedrooms, just a bit yeah, well as I said before, this would be like Kendall and Kylie's room, so I've just made them quite simple. Again, going with the black and grey and white theme, quite classy. So yeah, I put those curtains behind the bed in the back room. I thought they looked really glamorous and nice. Then we obviously got the 4-poster bed in the other room, so yeah, it looks really good. I mean, there's so many rugs to choose from as well, but I feel like both of these rooms turned out quite well. I know that Kylie's room was quite dark when she lived with her mum, well, her family home, so I just tried to stick the theme as much as possible. And then again, this is the outside area, so this is where they always sit and chat outside near the pool, so I've just done that area as best as I could with as little references I had. So yeah, I didn't really know what to do with that area there or this area here, so I just sort of improvised a little bit. Okay, we're going to get into the screenshots now, so please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!